I'd like to introduce one of our candidates that is running for our supervisor position. Would you like to say your name?
I'm Zach Albrecht.
And what township are you from, Zach?
From Lafayette Township.
Why would you want to be a supervisor for soil and water?
I believe that the conservation of soil and water and natural resources in Medina County is very important to our community, and it's truly an honor and a privilege to work alongside the great people on both the staff and my fellow board members.
Nice. So how did you first get interested in conservation?
So growing up, I worked for my dad and my brother and on the family farm and with the construction side of things, and just the practices that we did to make sure that we were conserving resources and keeping the waterways clean, whether it be on the farm or on a job site, and keeping sediment runoff from going into the storm sewers, and going to the different farm shows, the farm science review, and finding new practices to do things at a higher level. That's really what got me into conservation.
What is a goal of Medina Soil and Water that you are passionate about?
I'm very passionate about making sure that here on the board and on the staff that we are responsibly using taxpayer dollars to provide high quality outreach, programming, and education.
Nice. And why would you be an asset to the board?
I believe that I'd be an asset to the board because I bring a business-minded outlook, a budget-conscious outlook to the board. And also with working for my dad and my brother on the family farm and both with the excavation business, we have installed many conservation projects throughout the county as well as on our own farm, and it's something I have a lot of experience with.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much, Zach. Good luck, and good luck to all of our candidates, and thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I would like to introduce one of our candidates for our supervisor for Medina Soil and Water Conservation District. What is your name?
Hi, my name is Jon Steward.
And John, what township do you live in?
I reside in Mountville Township.
Alrighty. And why do you want to be a supervisor for soil and water?
That's a really good question. There's many reasons why I want to do it. First of all, I kind of started my own plot of land. I've helped friends as far as a better way of landscaping, being kind to the environment, basically restoring in a way of what should be here but isn't. So I just want to do it on a wider scale, and I'm very familiar with the Medina County Soil Water District. Great people. I just would enjoy being part of the team, and I'm honored that I was nominated.
And how did you first get interested in conservation?
It's been a lifelong endeavor, really. Grew up in nature. Used to hike back to Rocky River, the beginnings of Rocky River out in Mountville Township. Spent a lot of time out there. I had family that resided near Chippewa Lake, so I spent a lot of time in Chippewa Lake, and biggest freshwater lake in Ohio. Yeah. And just being immersed in nature growing up, spent a lot of time outside.
Nice. What is a goal of soil and water that you're passionate about?
I think it's the education piece. I think many people want to do the right thing. They just don't know. I was one of those people at one point where you see, it's a plant, it's hosta, it's whatever, it must be good, it's green.
Right.
You just don't know until you actually kind of get immersed in this and find out there's a better way of doing things that will actually provide enjoyment for myself as well as the public, as well as being a huge benefit to nature. And we just need to take little steps at a time.
Nice. And why would you be an asset to the Soil and Water Board?
I'm very familiar with Medina County Soil and Water District. They've been out to my house a few times. I've been to many of their events, been to many of their meetings. I'm pretty knowledgeable of what they're trying to do and what they're trying to accomplish, so I'm very familiar with the group as a whole. As far as how I'd be an asset, I think I just basically bolstering the team with my skill set from the business world as well as my personal knowledge and just the fact that I like being on a team. I'll be very collaborative and just want to do everything I can to help.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in and doing a video. Good luck to you and everyone else running. So thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to introduce one of our candidates for the supervisor position. Can you say your name and the township that you're from?
My name is Jeff Van Loon. I live in Harrisville Township.
Why do you want to be a supervisor?
Well, I've worked in soil and water my whole career at the county level and the state level regionally. And so I know a lot about it, and so I think I offer a lot of possibilities to the board and the staff here in the county, and I look forward to the challenge.
Alrighty. When did you, or how did you first get interested in conservation?
When I grew up, I was brought up in western New York State, a very hilly country, a lot of wildlife, a lot of places to go to get away from everything. And then when I came to school in Ohio, I then took classes that were natural resource oriented. And then when I got into soil and water, I learned the agricultural side of everything, so I've got kind of a good mix of all the disciplines, if you will.
Nice. What is a goal of Soil and Water Conservation District that you are passionate about?
For me, I think it goes back to the roots of the organization being created in 1944, which actually was a vote of the landowners to create the office to get technical assistance on their farms and other landowners to solve problems like erosion, drainage, forestry, wildlife, water quality, all those kinds of things were all up to be worked on. And in Medina County still has very good agriculture. We have good natural areas, and we have people moving into the county. So I think it's really important that we stay on top of the moving in part and also the people trying to manage their properties.
And why would you be an asset to the Soil and Water Board?
Well, like I said, I've worked with boards and staffs for over 40 years of my career around the state, so I think I know pretty much all the things that districts get involved with as a board member, working with the staffs, providing the board governance to them, and setting the priorities and the policies that we have to follow. So.
Well, thank you, Jeff, for your time. And
you're welcome. It
good
was
luck.
easy.
Yeah.